Hi everyone, I'm Ken.
And I'm Julie.
And we've gone caravanning. Julie's going to be behind the camera today. And she did such a great job when we did the caravan tour that we're going to give her another go at this. So what we're going to do today is we're going to show you what we brought along when we left home. We put a lot of stuff in the car and in the caravan. And some of it we've used and some of it we haven't used. We're going to go through it all and we're going to tell you what we have used, what we haven't. So let's start with the car. So come this way. So there's not too much really to show you in the front of the car. We do have a UHF radio. We have used that a few times, mainly when we've been traveling with other people that we've known. We haven't had any calls from anybody we haven't, from road trains or anything. But yeah, we definitely used and been good. As you can see, the reverse camera screen on the front window, obviously we use that every time. Everything else is pretty standard in there though. In the back seat of the car, we have a basket that Julie has, and that just mainly has all her little things and bits and pieces in. I don't really know what's in there, but I'm assuming she uses it all. Road maps. So Julie keeps them on the back seat for when we're traveling along. She can have a look through different things, tell us where we're going. Used or not used, Julie?
Used.
Used. Okay. Also in the back we have my iTech jump starter pack. JS80 from iTech World. We've used that I think 3 times, maybe 4. We've jump started our own car in Denham. I think we had a flat battery in the main street of Denham. Very good. Within 30 seconds we were going again. We've jump started another vehicle of somebody else's when we were in a caravan who had a flat battery, and we've used it to power our Starlink a couple of times. When we're in Carragini, we can run the Starlink off that for an hour and a half each time, so we've done that as well. So that's a good tip. If you need a bit of power, you want to run your Starlink for a while, we did it on that for an hour and a half. So definitely used. Drone. Definitely used my drone, as you guys would know. It sits in the back of the car there. Just in the back there, behind our back seat. Just let Julie in there every now and then to have a bit of picture. We have 2 small chairs, the 3-legged chairs, and they've been used. They are for when we have visitors come over to the caravan. We can come pull them out and they go wherever we go. The umbrella, we haven't used the umbrella, have we? No. Alright, we'll go around to the other side. I'll just pop those things back in there. The other side of the car, I have some window cleaner and stuff I leave in the back here for doing the front windows and back windows and the mirrors. So we've definitely used them. The floor mat, the ground mat for outside, not using it at the moment, we're on a concrete slab, but definitely gets used a fair bit. We keep jackets and hats in the car. Obviously again, they get used. We always carry a bottle of water, it's always in the car. That's about it for the back. Alrighty, now for the surprise package. The back of the MUX. So, first of all, we have the esky. Definitely used. We do some shopping, maybe we need to put it in there, or some drinks, cold drinks, whatever, when we're outside. Hand tools, again, maybe not used all of them, but definitely have used some. My backpack, when we go hiking, sometimes I put the drone in, sometimes just got some snacks and bits and pieces in it, but definitely used. Alright, we'll start with the screens. We have a variety of screens. I think we've used them all except for one. We're using 2 up. We've got 2 empty ones here because we are using 2 today. But yeah. So we have a variety, and definitely we've used them all at some point depending on what we've been doing at the time. Okay. Next in this little list, I'm just going to stack things here on the end so Julie can have a look. We use a fry pan instead of a that's packed away in there instead of the barbecue, the Weber. Mainly a space and a weight thing. So yeah, but we use the fry pan all the time. Second in this lot, fishing gear. Definitely use the fishing gear. The extension cord for our solar panel that goes around on the ground. We've used that a few times. Hose, definitely use that when we've emptied the jerry can into the car. And a tarp, which I keep. Sometimes we put it under the ground mat, other times it's been on the ground under the caravan where I've got under and have a look at different things, but just a cheap little tarp. And the front awning, the front cover off the A-frame. It's not on at the moment, but we do put it on sometimes. So next in that little lot, we always carry spare clothes. We have a change of clothes in there for me, and some costumes and stuff in case I want to have a quick swim. So, and a waterproof jacket, waterproof pants. We're doing a wet pack up. I can actually put them on, stay dry. Towels. We always carry a couple of the towels. We use them all the time, don't we? All the time. If we're going swimming, we have other beach towels inside we haven't used, but we use those ones a lot. And just a little bit of brake fluid, a couple of little odd bits and pieces in there. Everything in there has been used, including the hat. Okay. Shopping bags, definitely used. A lot. Julie, we've thrown the binoculars in there. We've used the binoculars. They normally stay in the car somewhere. And of course the first aid kit. Now we have used the first aid kit. I cut my toe one time and Julie wasn't around, and I knew if I got blood everywhere inside the van I'd be in trouble, so I sat outside and fixed myself up from the stuff in the first aid kit. So again, everything in that little container definitely used. Alright, moving on. Just a little bit of variety, different things, some cable ties, some tapes and bits and pieces. Again, I think I've used nearly everything in there except for the light that belongs on your head, air guard, sunscreen, my camera tripod. So yeah, those are definitely things we definitely have used. That belongs on my drone, not used. I think I'll just throw it in the bin, it's rubbish, hate it. Alright, in the bottom here we have the chainsaw, battery operated chainsaw. I haven't used it. I thought I would, we haven't. But we have used the vacuum cleaner, so that's just a little container of a few bits and pieces. And extra packet of cloths. These are the cloths we use all the time. What we do is we rotate them around, so Julie has new ones inside the van. Then when she's used them for a while, she gives them to me. And then when I've used them for a while, then I use them for grease and stuff, and then we throw them in the bin. So Bunnings, they're the Bunnings pack, aren't they? $10 pack. Really good. So yeah, and that little lot there, the little battery chainsaw, not used. Our bodyboards, you might have seen the broom episode, definitely been used, hoping to use them a little bit more before we leave. Alright, so moving on. Julie, come this way and we'll see if we can. So when you buy this, the MUX, it's got the extra seats in and we took them out. So it comes with this little back bit here. So in that back bit there's a few little things. My fishing rod used. The longer aerial we did use when we were out on the open roads for the UHF. Just some little knickknacks there. Tyre pressure gauge I use. And that. You might notice there we always keep a torch just inside. I actually don't think I've used it, but it's there. Another thing just sitting there is a couple of handheld UHF things. We actually haven't used them. I thought we might use them, we weren't sure, but we haven't used them at all. Alright, now for the surprise packet. This is a little box we've put in the back here to make everything level. We could sleep in the back of the car if we needed to. Those seats would pop down and that would be a big flat area because I've put this box in here. So in here, I don't know why, this is a painter's drop sheet. I don't know why I brought it. It's there. It was in the car originally, not used. Jumper leads. We haven't used the jumper leads, not used. I'm pretty sure if I was packing again I'd put them in again, but on this particular trip we haven't used. Battery charger for the drill, that's just a spare one. We have another one inside, not used. That's our broken Starlink cable. We'll be taking that home with us. I thought we might be able to put some new ends on it at some point or do something with it, so we haven't thrown it out. Socket set, haven't used our socket set. Small tomahawk axe for chopping wood. Actually haven't used that either, so. Oh, actually I did use that. I have chopped some, yeah, I have used that. Small shovel. One of those little shovels that you put together in case we got bogged, had to dig ourselves out or something. Not used. Not unhappy that that's not used. Cable ties, we have used different cable ties at different times. So, drill bits. Inside there we brought different drill bits and stuff, and I have at times had to use different things that are in there, so it's just a variety of drill bits and that. Just tucked away in the bottom there. Hey, I haven't had to use this as just a spanner set. I haven't had to pull them out to use them. Tyre repair kit, used twice. Once we had to put it in to get it fixed, but twice I've been able to use that and repair the tyres. Just some electrical wire and cables and stuff. We've not had to do any of those kind of repairs, but I did put a few little knickknacks and that in there. Over towards the back we have some bearings for the Caravan. We've not had to use them. I hopefully not have to use them, but they were there if we needed. This is an air hose that goes onto my airbags, and we could pump up the tyres if we really needed to. In an emergency we could use the airbags to pump up a tyre, but we haven't used it at all. Again, little electric fittings, just a little container full of electric things. Haven't used them. Hopefully we won't. I don't even know what's in here. Oh, some little O-rings and stuff for the water taps and everything. I haven't used them. My car's service manual and stuff's hidden under the back there. We did have to put the car in for a service and put it in again at Major Motors, so that detail is in that book there. Spare pair of joggers. They're under there because I just needed to get rid of them. Haven't used them. I've got another pair. That's about it. We did do a plumbing repair and we had to buy that. That's just been tucked away in there. So that's about it for inside the car. We have got a tow strap in there just for cutting up some wood. Tow strap in case we were bogged and needed to pull someone else out. That's also hidden under there. So as you can see, there's a nice little variety of stuff under there that's just hidden away, tucked away. We could pull out if we really needed to in an emergency. And just while we're in the back of the car there, I just wanted to show you, if you can just pan in there, Julie, we have airbags in the car. So there's my gauge there. You can see at the moment they're down and the bags are down. I've got 4 in one side, 5 in the other, and my switches are here. And I can pump my bags up and down from there. Now, if I had my choice to do it again, I would probably try and put the gauges in here somewhere. Very fiddly to do, but I find that I've got other stuff in there and I've got to sort of move that aside to be able to put my head in to have a look at how much bag. Now the pump for them, let's see if I can pop that out. Yeah, there we go. I don't know, Julie, just see if you can go in there and just pan down in there and you'll see the pump sitting in there. Yeah, that's it. So the pump sits in there. It's tucked away nicely. We've hooked into the power wire on the back of this one here, and obviously all the lines run down to under the car. And we also have manual ones on the outside of the car here. And we use them all the time. Now originally we didn't have the pump and that in, but every garage I went into, they either weren't working, weren't accurate, so in the end we ended up putting the pump in, our own pump, so we have the onboard air all the time. So that's about it for the car. Yeah, we've used nearly most things that we've brought. There are things we haven't. So from there we'll just do the outside of the caravan. We'll not go inside the van today, but we'll do the outside. So we'll go over to the tunnel booth. So we have the tunnel booth. Just swap sides there, Julie. So, in the tunnel booth, we've used this a couple of times. It's just the battery on there for blowing the leaves and stuff away. Berry springs, a couple of places. Really, yeah, I don't know. We've used it. We have 2 sets of these, so there's 8 of them for underneath of the stabilising legs. They're good when you want to stack 3 or 4 in a row because you need a bit extra height. Ours are only small. We quite often only come down about that far. We quite often need a bit more height so we can stack 3 or 4 of them together. Leveling ramps, one's under there right now, so we definitely use them. And also we have the wedges for behind the wheels. Hoses, we carry 2 hoses. One's obviously on the van now, that second one's here, we're not using it. And we'll carry a variety of pieces. That's for my drain out the back, and a variety of fittings. We have the filler used when we're filling the tanks up, and that's just to help me connect it when we're doing it. The stairs, a set of stairs for when I'm putting the anti-flat bars and that on. Very good. The poles, we've really only used them a couple of times, haven't we? The poles, once from the awning on the other side to keep the sun off the side of the van, and once when we put our front awning up. We try to have minimal setup, so we tend to not, unless we're staying for 2 weeks, we don't want to put everything up. So yeah, haven't used them very much, but we have used them. Broom, of course, we've used. Okay. Screw in pegs for awnings and stuff used. Bit of a variety of things in these containers. Really, it's just about bungee cords, extra ropes, some hockey straps, tie down straps, and the hammer. So we've definitely used all them. Underneath there's one that's stuff we don't really use much. It's just really spares of the same things, some pegs. yeah, some clamps and fire starters. We do keep an extra lead. So we have 2 power leads. One that's in there obviously being used now, and that's our spare one that sits under there. So I find these bags to be excellent. The drill, obviously we use it every time we set up for the stabiliser legs. We found these buckets particularly handy for us, so I use them to store stuff, but not only do they store stuff, but obviously we can use the bucket as well. And we have a couple of extra bits of wood under there if we needed some extra height for something. Everything pretty much there is used. We have the lantern there, only got used once, an outside lantern, probably didn't need to bring it. We haven't really used the mosquito coil much. And the battery charger we've used quite a bit, so nearly everything in there has been used at some point. Okay. On the other side of the tunnel boot, it's just our tables and chairs. They're not in there today, they're out here under the awning, so they definitely get used all the time. And on the front we have all our hoses, Sully hoses and that, and they definitely get used all the time as well. So the other thing, Spinker Starlink normally sits on the back seat when we're travelling. It's out at the moment, so it gets used. So yeah, that's a run through of everything that's in the car and the caravan. I hope that's been helpful in what to pack and what not to pack. Obviously everything depends on your trip and what you're doing. We mainly stay in caravan parks. We didn't do too much off-road stuff, so this has been handy for us. In the next episode we'll bring you what's inside the van and under the bed and everything. We have obviously other stuff under the bed and different things inside the van, and we'll show you what we've used and not used there. Yeah, I think that's about it for today, isn't it? Thanks very much for watching. I hope that's been helpful. We'll see you in the next episode. Cheerio.